Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Felty Palette. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to continue working on this wool painting of Buster the dog. I've gone ahead and picked out the wool colors that I'd like to use on this painting. Today I'm going to be focusing on his muzzle mostly. He has a very dark brown muzzle. The rest of him is actually lots of yellows and golden colors, but for his muzzle our main colors are going to be these licorice, chocolate, dark, and truffle. This is going to be the bulk of it. But I've picked an assortment of yellows and blues and greens across the top here, which I may find that I want to use to mix in with my browns and grays for some additional depth in the picture. So I just wanted to show you all the colors that I have here. These are what I'm going to be picking from today, but I'm going to move them aside so they're kind of out of the way while I'm working. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to lay down the base color. I'm just trying to decide what that's going to be. So let me see here. This is a little bit too red for where I want it. I'm going to do his lower lip first, just to get that out of the way. For that, I've got some scrap colors over here from yesterday. Okay, I'm just going to mix these few scraps together. This looks like a little bit of truffle, a little bit of chocolate, some dark, a couple strands of something else in there. But I'm going to start with this, just mixing it together. And that's a good start. Okay, and I'm just going to start shaping in his lower lip here. He looks cute already. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We'll get this second part of the lower lip here. Next, I'm going to have to start deciding what color I want to use for the subtle highlights along the lower lips edges where the light's just catching on him. And it looks like it might be a warm color. So I'm probably going to pick some of this, whatever this is, and mix it in with this color. Because I don't want it to be too strong of a change. And you can always add more of the pale color if it's not enough. Okay, so I think I'm happy with that basic shape. Okay, so I'm going to just take a little bit of this pale yellowy tan kind of color with some of our mixed leftover color. Just mix them together. I'm going to add a little bit more of this pale color. I like mixing a dark color and a light color when I want to get kind of a variegated effect, because it doesn't blend super, I'm not sure what the word would be. Like if you were to blend two colors that are closer together in contrast, you almost couldn't tell the difference when they're further away, but when you have a strong contrast between your mixed colors, then you can actually see the variations, and that gives her a really neat effect sometimes. So just take a small amount of this, just super, super small. I'm not rolling it very tight because I want it to stay loose. And I'm just going to start felting in this highlight on the lower lip. And it's so subtle, I don't even know if you can see that change on the video right now. But that's kind of how I want to start it anyway, because I can build up a little more at a time. Okay, and I'll do the second part of this lower lip here. Okay, this is a double needle holder. Just get this section a little bit better felted in. I'm going to take half of this, maybe not even half. I'm going to add some more of my light color. Mix them again. Okay, so now we have an even lighter color. And I'm going to put this on an even narrower section of the lower lip, just to catch that light highlights even more. All right, that's not bad. Just need to get a little bit more of that highlight right on the corner here. Okay, and then I just need to get a little bit more of that stronger highlight brought in right here. But down here, it's going to stay with a paler highlight, so I don't need to do anything there. I think I'm happy with that. Now what I need to do is start putting in a little bit of shadowing here. And for where it is, there's not going to be a lot of reflected light anywhere, so I don't need to try and bring any of my colors in. I think for this, I'm just going to go with a little bit of black. My colors are escaping. Yeah, I think the black might have actually not been the best idea. It feels a little dark. Guess we'll go with it anyway. We've committed. I know I said I wasn't going to use color, but I'm curious. So I got a little bit of this navy blue, mix it with some brown. That'll work. Tiny little bit of dark here. Just putting a little bit more of my truffle mix back on top of here. The dark got a little bit too dark for what I want. All right, I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so now let's try fill in the left side lip here. There's a strong highlight around here of a gray. I think that's where I'm going to use truffle. Actually, this is pretty close to the color I want. With some highlights, some lighter highlights. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna lay this down as my medium range, and then I can darken it up where I need to. Maybe I should make more of this because it looks like it comes over into this part of his nose too. And to keep the colors similar, I need more of it. So I'm going to take a little bit of truffle, a little bit of that leftover piece. I don't want to use that one. I'm going to get more of my truffle here. Some of this natural dark. That should be good. Okay, so I'm just going to blend these colors together. There's a little few strands of red in here. I don't know where those came from. Something I was doing yesterday, I'm sure, with his nose. It's not enough red for me to worry about in this mix. Okay, so yes, this is pretty close to my neutral or local color. I think that's well mixed. I'm not worrying about this edge here too much because I'm going to put a lighter highlight along it so the edge can stay a little bit rough for now. Just trying to get the shape sorted out. Tiny little bit more here. It's one of the things I really love about wool. Like, I've only just put the one color down, but you can almost see what it's going to be. Like, just the texture of the wool adds a degree of realism to your artwork already. That's what drew me to wool to begin with. It's a quality that I just can't get in any other medium that I've tried. Okay, so now I'm going to continue laying my base color here. And I'm just going to let this kind of trail out. I'm going to add more, but continue letting it trail out because then I can blend it in with whatever color I decide to put on the rest of his muzzle. This is just getting the, right around here and bring in some details and shading. So I'm just going to get along this edge here. You can kind of see I've lost the detail of his lower lip, but as I bring some more shading in, that'll all come back. It's just a case of keeping track of what you're doing. Okay, I'm not going to use that one. I'm just going to use my double needle here. Make sure these are a little bit better felted in. All right. Okay, so now this needs to get darkened a bit. This needs to be lightened up. There's a highlight line along here and then dark under here. So let's try and get some of that dark area first. I think I have is that dark enough? Yeah, that's dark enough. I'm going to mix this a bit more. It's not very well blended. This is a chocolate and black mix from yesterday when I was working on his nose. Okay, so let's see. So I'm I'm just putting in the shadow. It's not bad. And I'll do the same on this lower part here. He's got this little hanging lip. Okay, that's not too bad. So it looks like the shadow needs to come up here a little bit more. So now I need something to add just the tiniest highlight right here. I mean, it's a highlight, but highlight is the wrong word because it's still a very dark color. And it's a bit warm. That's too bright. But if I take a small amount of this and a small amount of this, oh, there's a thunderstorm outside. I don't know if you can hear that. Hope I don't lose any power. That wouldn't be very good. Okay, I need something warmer in here. I'm going to try adding some of this orangey tan color. Almost need like little tiny mini hand carders. Maybe I should get my dog brushes back again. There we go. I like this. That's better. I need shorter fibers though, so I'm tearing this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I just take a small amount and roll it into a little bit of a sausage. Don't like what I've done here. I'm going to cover that up a tiny bit. Thunder is starting to make some noise. All right. So now I want to lighten this up. Put some highlight colors, but this isn't quite light enough. I'm going to take some of this. I think I want to use this yellow. So I'm just blending these two colors. Still needs to be a little bit lighter. I'm going to try and add in, this is some merino, very, very, very pale, not white. There, I like that. Let's blend it a bit more. Ooh, I'm going to like that. All right, let's take a small amount of it. Now this has a little bit of texture to its coloring, so I'm just kind of mussing it up and letting it kind of just go wherever so it retains some of that dark color underneath. Although on the edge here, I'm going to let it get a little bit thicker to show the highlight. Thunder is cracking outside. I like how that's turning out. So I need a tiny bit of a darker color here. All right, now I'm starting to lose some of the detail on the nose here. Let me decide. I think I need a really strong highlight here against the black of the nose. So for that, I'm going to use a tiny bit of this mix from earlier. The whole idea here is I just want to keep that strong, I want to keep that strong edge around the nose so that the nose continues to stand out. And I need a little bit of highlight here, but not with this color. Not with that one. Use a tiny bit of this one. So this shape here, I'm beginning to lose it a little bit. It's too light. A little bit of this. That is the natural dark. It's really kind of just a dark brown without any reds in it. So that's a little bit too dark still. And I've also lost some of the texture that I wanted, so I'm going to just take a small amount of my truffle mix. And I just want to put a little bit of that texture, that rough kind of texture, back into his lip there. There we go. Okay. Oh, I just love him. This here I find a little bit too strong, but I need the contrast between the nose, so I actually want to just, I think I'm going to put a little bit of this one over top. Okay, so now I need to do the same thing on this side of his face. Alright, so now I need to start bringing in some of the lighter shading on his nose here, on his lip rather. Starting to lighten that up a bit. It can be hard sometimes when you're dealing with a lot of just neutral brown colors. If you don't keep the contrasts right in between your areas, it can just look like a muddy mess. And it'll happen before you even notice that it's happening. Okay, so now I'm just getting the highlight on this lip here. I need a little bit darker right here. I want to use some more of this orange highlight in some places. The yellow just doesn't seem to be doing it. There we go. That warms that up a bit. Also kind of ties it in with this side here. This one needs to stay a little bit brighter. I think my poor foam block is getting abused right there. Just trying to get the highlighting fixed there. Okay, I'm just going to keep working and I'll come back to this. Sometimes you need to just step away to be able to come back and finish a spot that might be a little bit troublesome. Okay, so I think I'm going to just go with chocolate as a base here. Okay. I don't want to cover up too much of what I've felted there, so I'm just going to use some small sections at a time. I don't like it, but I gotta start with something, right? Sometimes I have a battle between wanting to not put too much down, but also not putting enough down to actually cover the whole canvas underneath. And then I get little thin spots. I have to pay attention to those. And just above this, it kind of changes a little bit more dramatically, so I'm gonna just go to that spot here. This part of his nose does seem to actually blend well in with the muzzle, so I'm not too worried about losing the contrast between the nose there. And plus, I totally plan on coming back to work on that nose some more. Look at that puppy dog. All right. This is coming together nicely. I always find once I get the eyes and the nose out of the way, the rest of the face comes together so quickly and so nicely. We're going to put his lower lip. Need a solid edge here. It actually is going to be darker, but I will leave it with just the brown for now. Trying to get some of these flyaway hairs here. All right. Just need to get these flyaway hairs a little under control here so I can continue working on top of this base here. I got another thin spot there. All right. So it looks like his yellow fur is going to come over here and it's going to come this way. So I need to get some more of this base here. But I think I want to mix the truffle. So I'm just blending these two colors together. I don't really like blending right over top of my image, but that's the only way that you'll see what I'm doing here. Let me see. Do I want to add any other colors into this? It's warm, so do I want to add some of this in? This is going to come blending down from the top. Maybe just a tiny bit. I also have some of this. Tiny bit of this. Not much. Hopefully it'll just blend in. You'll barely even notice it. I just want to warm up the brown a little bit. All right, like that. And all I'm going to do is just kind of blend this over top of and past the edge of this edge that I've created here. And when I do this, I kind of felt with the idea of following like the whiskers path, because that helps create some of the lines in there before you even started adding color to differentiate it. And this, I'm going to go past this line here, that way I have a base already built up to felt over top of when I start bringing in the yellows of his fur. It's already starting to put some nice shading and depth and life into his muzzle. Yeah, I really like that. Mixed colors are just so much nicer than using one solid color. It's just something about it, just, I don't even know what the word is. I need a bigger vocabulary. Just adds that something more to it. Okay, so as I'm coming up here, I want to add more of this red into it. Maybe a tiny bit more of this, but not much. And a tiny bit of the truffle. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna blend it all together. Yeah, so that's getting better. So now, if I look at my reference photo, this part here doesn't get as much of a color change as this part does. So I'm gonna overlap, but not as much onto here with this lighter color. And blending down into the section I've just added in on previously, because I have now more color added to this pile here. We want to blend from the old to the new. can already tell that I'm going to need to add a little bit more truffle on in some places. But we don't need to worry about that just yet. Starting to connect in with his eye. You know what, the easier way to fix this is just to go back over top of it afterwards, so I'm not going to worry too much about avoiding it yet. I'm actually not liking this color very much right now. But we'll fix it. I'm just going to try blending this a bit better. I think I'm getting a little bit too thin. I don't think I have enough to get all of this. I'm just going to try and start getting the top of his nose here. So because I'm running low on this, I'm just trying to get this section here filled in, because then I can make a new color blend to do the rest of it. Okay, so before we worry about up there now, let's see what I want to do here. Now, I thought I was going to want to use some of this navy blue in my shadows, and I haven't yet. I'm just going to make a new mix here with some chocolate, some navy. I need to get a good blend because of the strong difference in these colors. And I don't really want the blue to stand out a lot, so I need to make this well blended. add a tiny bit of this, I don't know what that is, turquoise. There's a little bit of white fluff in here. That is not wool. Okay, so I need to put a little bit more brown in this. Do I want to use this one? We'll use some of this natural. I think I have that well blended enough. So I don't need a lot of this, just a little bit. He's got kind of a wrinkly nose. So the lower part of the wrinkles is going to be this blue brown kind of color. And these fibers are a little longer than I want, so I'm just cutting them shorter. All right, that is my shadow color. I'm not entirely sure where I'm putting it all, so I'm just going to start. It looks like he has some ridges that come along like this, but not down here. So I'm just not really following any, I'm not trying to make well-defined shapes. I'm more trying to just hint at what's there, so I'm keeping it loose. This is a little thicker than I want here. It's also not like a straight line. It's kind of, I don't know. It's not straight. This is a little bit darker down here. It's looking pretty good. I like it here. I don't like it up here just yet. But we will... There, that's looking a little bit better. All right. When I have this blue like this, I don't want it to look like he's got stripes on him, because that'll just look weird. I'm just trying to keep it loose and light. Okay, so now I need to blend this back into here because it looks like a hard change, which we definitely don't want. And then mix this and whatever that pale color is. Uh-oh. Oh, my needle's still here. So these are cheap Amazon holders. I bought a pack of 10 a while ago, and the little wooden piece that holds this just popped off. So now I need to find it off the floor. Guess I didn't have it in very well. Oops. I think it goes this way. Push it in just a little bit better this time. All right, we'll continue. Okay, that's coming together nicely. So now I'm not super thrilled with this now. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go with a orange kind of pale color, or do I want to go with truffle? A little bit of truffle left. Or maybe I want to mix the two of them. I do want to mix the two of them for here and here. So let's do some of that right now. There's my truffle. I don't know what that is. I know it's merino. Just blending these colors. Sometimes merino can be really nice because it's so fine that it blends really well. But it's so fine, so it makes it hard for me anyway to really get it felted in. It ends up having a lot of flyaways. I think what I need to do is bring some more of that chocolate back down into here. Gotta look at some of my other colors. Okay, so I just got a little bit of merino. I wanted something finer to add just, you know, some of the highlights are a bit harsher than I'd like. So I'm just toning them down a little bit with the merino because it's so fine to show a little bit better while also adding the color that I need. I'm not super thrilled. Ooh. You gotta not poke yourself with a needle because it can hurt. What do I need to do here? So my shadows need to be darker. This is where I'm going to add tiny bits of black wherever I need there to be some contrast returning in. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe I should have brought my merino for the shadows, just because I'd be able to keep them finer. Don't want that. I think there's too much blue in this mix here. All right, this is going well. it the same color? Yeah, it is. Do I like that? I guess so. It's a lot of colors, a lot of things going on. Aha! I want to bring some of this into just a little bit. And I need to blend up there. I'm going to do that one first, actually. Is this one with blue? No. Okay, so just applying this on top here. Okay. So I need something more on top here. What's this? That thunder's really starting to make some noise outside now. Hopefully we don't lose any power. I'm going to take a little bit of my merino here, just because it's nice and fine. There we go. Need a little bit more. All right, that's looking good. I need something a little paler here. Is it this one that I want? No, see, this is too warm. I think I want to use a little bit of the truffle, but not a lot. That's all right there. There we go, that's pretty good. Okay, so I do want to get some of this warm into the top, but it can't be by itself. So I'm going to mix it with some of this orange. I think the last bit of this little bit of merino here. And that. So it's really a bunch of different colors. And I'm probably going to have to mix some chocolate or dark natural in with it. But I want to see what it looks like when it's blended first. Yeah, I need to mix in some chocolate with this. Ooh, that sky's getting pretty angry. Takes a little bit of time to get those colors mixed in when you have a strong contrast between the shades you've picked. Yeah, this will work. Okay. So the yellow golden fur is going to be overlaid over top of here. But some of the color I'm putting down is going to show underneath. So that's why I'm putting it down already, because I want to be able to keep that underneath. It's a pretty color. Ah, that looks pretty. Oh, I like that. So I'm just going to put, let me see. This is starting to come together. Just those warm highlights that are gonna, I mean, they kind of stand out a little bit right now, but when I start bringing in the golden fur, these reds and copper colors are really gonna look nice. Yeah, I really like this now. Definitely need to fix the nose. The blues, all of these that I put on here, I don't like them. They're all going to come off. But I'm going to wait until I have more done so that I can see what I need. He's going to have such a beautiful nose. I'm going to put a little bit over here for an under layer because it's going to be, you know, some goldens there, but I want some of this color to show through the golden. So I'm just going to put a light base here. And same thing here, I'm just going to fill in this a little bit. Need a little bit more right here too. I can just get so much more with wool than I ever could when I did painting or anything like that. It needs to be more yellow in here, but we'll do that later. All right. Do I want to put a tiny... No. I would wreck things. Maybe... Nope. Nope. I want a tiny bit. That'll do. This might be too strong, and I'm going to keep it kind of spaced out a little bit. I'm really just trying to get the shape a little bit. I guess some highlights. That's just a little bit of highlighting to show the shape of this nose here. I'm losing the shape again. I need a brown that I don't have. Okay. Just adding a little bit of chocolate. Okay, so let's see. Where's my light source again? So just right here. Need to put a little bit of... I'm going to mix these two together. This is my blue mix and some more chocolate, I think, just to make the blue a little bit darker even. Ooh, the thunder is making more noise. So this is just like the little, I don't know, pores where you'd find whiskers coming out of. He needs to have like freckles of a light color. I need some of the white speckling. Not white speckling, just pale. Ooh, I need more of the highlight coming down here. That's what I'm missing. There we go. That's looking good. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of the highlight on the bottom edge here because I guess I missed that. Okay, now I'm just going to take a step back so I can look at it further away and see what I think. I need to add a highlight right along here, kind of a triangular shape, right on the edge where the top meets the side. And this dark spot needs to get a little bit more of a point to it. There we go. Now, what color do I want to do? I think truffle is what I want. Not truffle on its own. What color do I want to mix with this? Some chocolate in. I don't even know what this color is anymore. Oh no, this is dark. That's chocolate. Ha ha ha. I do want some chocolate. Tiny bit of this red. So now I'm just blending this. I only need a small amount of it, but it needs to be well blended before I can use it. Oh, I hear the rain about to start coming down hard. Good thing I'm almost done for today. There we go, that'll do. Okay, I'm gonna step back again. All right, I like it, but the nose is bugging me. So I'm just gonna pick this blue off because it's bugging me. It's the wrong color to have there. Okay, so what color do I want to put on that nose while I'm here? I'm going to start with this bit of truffle first. This isn't meant to be the final fix on the nose. This is just a temporary because it's bugging me so much. Hmm. Ooh. There's the thunder again. Oh, lights flickering. All right. Time to wrap this up. Okay. I think that's good. We'll end here before we lose power. I think I've made some good progress today. Still some things that I want to adjust. The nose, I think, needs to be quite a bit darker than it is to contrast the muzzle more, but I'm happy with that. Next up will be probably into his ears and forehead, which is going to be very golden yellow kind of colors. I don't have any of them up right now. That's everything for today. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions or comments, let me know, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for sitting with me today. Bye!